Liverpool's Starboy is becoming a problem, Ademola Lookman is at war with Atalanta, and Luka Modric vows to make Milan great again? This is DMAC Daily. The Reds have been dominating the headlines all summer with their unprecedented transfer spending and utter humiliation of Newcastle. At the same time, the sale of Luis Diaz to Bayern and potential deals elsewhere have somewhat taken away from what's been happening on the pitch, because there's a 16-year-old within their ranks who is moving different in Rio Ngumoha. The former Chelsea academy talent was controversially poached by Liverpool a little over a year ago, and his progress has since been remarkable. Granted, we live in a post-Lamine Yamal world where at 16 he was starring on the world stage. The bar has been set astronomically high for wonder kids, but in Ngumoha's case, I truly believe the hype is warranted. At the beginning of 2025, he became Liverpool's youngest ever player to start in the FA Cup at 16 years, 135 days. And now, in pre-season, we're witnessing a player who has rapidly evolved. He hasn't just impressed in pre-season, he's arguably been Liverpool's best player. In his latest display, on debut at Anfield against Athletic Bilbao, it took just 2 minutes before he scored a stunning goal at the Cop end. Then, 3 minutes later, he provided an assist to Nunez, his 4th goal contribution in 4 pre-season outings, his 2nd screamer in the space of a week. But beyond the goal involvement, what's impressed Liverpool fans most is Ngumoha's presence on the pitch. This kid is a 1v1 monster, both absolutely rapid and direct. It reminds me of watching a young Mbappe back at Monaco, so eager to take on his opposing fullback. Maybe that's the reason Trent left. He got tired of facing this lad in training. But on a serious note, this kid already looks good enough to be a part of Liverpool's first team. In the absence of Diaz, Gakpo will probably be the club's first choice left winger. Ekitike and Wirtz can also operate there too, but I think it's possible this season that Ngumoha becomes an established first team member. He's that good. Now, some fans may be of the opinion that we shouldn't hyper-focus on the young lad so soon. Let him develop without the pressure. And whilst I can respect that belief, understand Ngumoha isn't afraid of the limelight. He's already publicly spoken of his desire to win a Ballon d'Or. The mentality is there. He's also got Salah to mentor him. This kid's going right to the top. And as a Chelsea fan, I think we fumbled the bag, just like we did with academy talents Musiala and Rice. Moving to transfer news, and the Ademola Lookman situation is getting ugly. The 27-year-old recently took to social media to announce he has formally handed a transfer request from Atalanta, citing broken promises being made and poor treatment, quote, both as a human being and as a professional footballer. This poor treatment could be in relation to previous manager Gianpiero Gasparini's comments in February, shockingly claiming Lookman was one of the worst penalty takers I have ever seen following their Champions League exit. More importantly, Lookman's statement accused Atalanta of blocking a potential move away despite an agreement previously in place. This situation is eerily similar to that of Gyökeres's feud with the Sporting president. According to reports, Lookman was approached by PSG back in 2024, but a move didn't materialize, with Atalanta's president claiming they promised to sell him in 2025 if an elite club came calling, but not an Italian club. The problem, however, is that the club who want him are Inter Milan. They're willing to pay around 45 million euros in total. This was the fee Atalanta had previously agreed upon with Lookman, but they insist this number was for teams solely based outside of Italy, something Lookman disagrees with. So it's a tricky one. Ultimately, I'm always of the opinion that gentlemen's agreements are worth nothing in today's game. Get it all in writing to avoid a situation like this. Staying in Italian football, and Luka Modric has touched down in Milan, was unveiled in epic fashion and went on to deliver a passionate statement of intent, claiming, "I spent 13 years at the biggest club in the world, and now I'm coming to one that in previous years was what Real Madrid is today. Milan needs to get back to that level. I'll do everything I can to help make it happen." That quote is iconic. Almost 40 years old and hungrier than ever. There's only one Luka Modric. Now for some rapid fire news, starting with Milan, and Jashari is inching closer to that Rossoneri move after over a month of negotiations with Club Brugge. Enzo Mio has opted for Al Ahly for 35 million euros. Stuttgart are now set to replace the Frenchman with Arsenal podcast Fabio Viera. Kieran Dewsbury Hall is headed to Everton in a £29 million package, whilst Leslie Ugochukwu joins Burnley for over £20 million. Luka Jovic is set to become an AEK Athens player, a massive signing for Greek football. And according to Sasha Tavolieri, RB Leipzig are going to accept a €90 million proposal from Newcastle for Benjamin Sesko. Anyways, that's today's DMAC Daily. Catch you tomorrow.